Yeah. Hi. Hello. Yes, I know. It has been a fucking lifetime ago since I've actually done a drive along video. And now that I've done the U-Toxic one before, but been as I'm up here, I'm only going to stick the that one on and that one on, because for some unknown reason this one is saying it's full. So there's no space in the card. There's no point having it on if I ain't got that one on, so screw it. You'll just have to put up with that, I'm afraid. So anyway, I'm just going to phone work. So where we it? And let them know I'm on my way. What have we got on the clock before we start? So I'm just waiting for the clock to show up to see what I've had, because I put it on break while I was sitting here twiddling my thumbs and setting this up. Come on, you stupid thing. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do you know what? Let's get this off. Let me just get this off. I don't need this on the way. You know, let's get that off. Shut down there at the road. Ooh. Yes, 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 yes. Reverse a vu. There's a post there. We're going backwards. We am, yes indeed. We're going backwards. We are. I'll put you right in a sec, don't worry. Up and over the ump. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, why are you going backwards, Joe? There's shitloads of room there. Well, you see, the people who own this here, they're funny fuckers. And they don't like it when you do a 360 in the middle of the yard. I don't know why, but they just don't like it. They go, no, just don't like it. So we have to back out. Or back in and drive out, whichever way, but we can't do that. No. I'm just going to back up here a second. And hopefully not too far, because I don't want to get wacky in this nice new shiny gate that they've put up here for the old U-Toxic race course, you know what I mean? Right. It's amazing, eh? Right, that guy there has not been on that frigging thing all the time I've been there. Now, beep, 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 beep. That's all you're going to get now, isn't it? Right then, we obviously want widescreen, so I've got to do that. Get that sorted. I can go there. Make sure I've got my glasses available, because I'll be screwed if I ain't. Yes, right, them are there. And what I will do, right, because I think this would be the polite thing to do, and I haven't done this for a while now, but I'm going to do a little bit of a video on my phone, which you lot can watch right now. No, actually, you'll be watching this first, and then you'll be watching it. Yeah, you know, you get the fucking point there. Good grief. Oh, video, right, yeah. Alright, that's cool. The Americans' Thanksgiving's come up soon. Is that what it is? Alright, anyway, right, so yeah, I've got the old thing on. So There, see, no. I am still here. I mean, I know I don't do much these days, but whatever. That's what I've just been, and I'm currently sort of, if you can see that, or just stand you out the door. That's sort of where I am. Right, can you see the sign there, look? Just about, partially. Yeah. It's, oh, might as well flap that back up there and stick that there for a second. Put that like that, and then me and you can have a chat. I've got the cameras on. I'll put that one right before I forget, or sort of say right-ish before I forget. Yeah, that'll do. And now that I haven't done any vlogging of late, I'll be honest with you, just ain't in the right headspace for it. Monday, when I got up, didn't want to get up, didn't want to go to work, didn't like the fact that I was at work, I was tired, I was just drained physically and mentally, and just didn't want to do fuck all, right? So when I got back home, finally, at around about 20 to 8, I just said, fuck it, I am going to bed. So that's pretty much what I did. I went to bed. And yeah, so of course, that's the reason why I didn't do a Monday one. And Tuesday, I felt better on a Tuesday, but because of what I was doing, it was pitch black. There's no real lights in these poxy cabs that I'm driving, so you can't see fuck all. Then the day starts and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I just don't get a chance to. Then obviously I'm too busy to think about it anyway after that anyway. And then obviously it's today. But I've come up here and I thought, do you know what? I might as well, hadn't I? So I decided to stick the cameras on. I had a look at I must say I had a look at this one, but it was full. Don't know why, but it's full. I'll have to investigate that later. So of course, here we are. And I apologise if it's annoying you or it's pissing you off, because you haven't really seen much of me at all, and I'm sorry about that, but I just ain't in the right frame of mind for it, to be fair. And I can't lie about it. I can't give you any, because if I've got nothing to say or nothing to talk about, then it's pointless just sticking my face on the old YouTube. That's just ridiculous. YouTube itself has become a place where realistically it's a dead zone. It's become crap. I mean, my little channel that I've got with the couple of thousand that you lot there, right? I keep getting fucking demonetised, right? And that's another thing that's annoying me. I get struck for copyright infringements as well, which is complete and utter bullshit, right? Because the music I use is royalty free and copyright free, and I have licenses for it. I didn't spend that money just to have somebody turn and say, oh, it's mine, that is. I'm copyrighting that one. But I keep getting it. So, of course, that's a bit of a frustrating thing as well. And it sort of like demoralises you in a sense. It's like, well, why bother? You know what I mean? What's the fucking point? If I can't achieve this because I keep getting fucking... Because if every time you get demonetised, every time you get flagged for copyright, it strikes against you. And when it strikes against you, then your videos that you put out there, they get stuffed at the bottom of the pile. And eventually your channel goes, ha ha, no, we ain't having you no more. Fuck off. We don't want you on our side. And that's where it'll end up leading to if they ain't careful. And yeah, I mean, it's not just the big channels out there with the hundreds of thousands and millions of subscribers. It's the little titchy ones like myself that are getting stung as well, because some pillock out there has brought this fucking cesspool of an algorithm together that's supposed to stop all that yucky stuff so that the advertisers can put their advertisements on videos and not have to worry about fucking all the other nasty crap that's out there. You know what I mean? Oh, we don't want it on a bomb strike. You know what I mean? Oh, Coca-Cola. You don't want none of that, do you? Well, that's obvious. I understand that. But, you know, it's like they've implemented all this in without actually doing any kind of research or any kind of theory, or whether it's going to flag some like what they call a non-flaggable thing that's like, oh, it's almost like it, but not quite, but we'll flag it anyway. If that makes any sense, because that's what it seems like. Anyway, I'm going to go on this bit and I'm going to carry on with this, alright? So if you want to listen to the rest of this rubbish, you'll have to wait until I've uploaded these. Yeah, you know what I mean, which won't be long. I'll probably do the weekend. Anyway, I'll see you later, and I want to carry on with this lot. Ta-da for now. Just going to upload it so you can see this little bit now. You know what I mean? Next. YouTube. Waste of space. Stick my little thing on it. And I will call it I'm still here. Sort of. Oops. Fuck off. No, not off. Of. There we go. Publish. Yeah. That's it then. Let's get rid of that little bit. We can take ourselves a little jolly down the road now and get on with something else. You know what I mean? I am grateful for this little bit of a breath of fresh air, I will call it, because obviously going backwards and forwards, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over, and I mean, it literally sends you insane. Now, it wouldn't be so bad if I could go down the toll road, which is alongside us. If I could go down the toll road, which then would bypass which can only be described as the moron track, right? Well, it'd be perfectly fine then. There'd be no issues whatsoever, because I wouldn't get stressed. I'd just go, done. You know what I mean? And same again. But the only problem is it would cost £22 per trip, because it'd be, is it 11? It's either 11 quid or 9. I'm not sure which one it is now, but either way, fuck it, 11 quid either way. So 11 quid down, 11 quid back up, that's 22 quid. So if I do that literally 6 times, you know what I mean, it's going to be an absolute fortune. So yeah, unfortunately that's just not viable. So of course I have to get stressed out, worn out, because I'm having to deal with the moron track. And it's the same people doing the same shit every single day. And I'm like, oh, really? Really? Oh, do you have to? I suppose you do you? Because you're a C-U-N-T-U-N fucking whatever. Yeah, that'll do. So I'll put that there. Do that. Save that. Done. Your changes are being saved. Thank you. Okay. Right, that's that one monetised. But I'll guarantee you, right, even though it's monetised now, right, which is, I don't think you'll be able to see it very well, but you got that there, right? All the little green markers there say that it's monetised, right? And then it'll flash up. The ones that tend to increase in views, they're the ones that tend to flag up with the demonetising thing, unsuitable for certain advertisements. I'm like, how? I'm a fucking truck driver, for shit's sake. How is it not advertisement friendly? I just don't understand it. And it feels like it's a dig at me, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, there's one at the bottom here, it says includes copyright content. Does it fuck include? Because that's my deleted videos of 2014. That music that you hear halfway through it, or I think it might be the start of this one, that's mine. I bought that from a copyright and royalty-free site that deals with that type of music. And apparently, no, it's a copyright infringement. How can it be copyright if the music isn't copyrightable? So I've done a thing on that, but it's still saying it's copyright. It won't come off, so I might have to do it to the computer. So, which I was supposed to do on the weekend, but I completely forgot. Yeah, I know it's me whinging, I suppose, about it, but you know, when you think there's a possibility, because if you get too many strikes, you know, you can lose your channel, regardless. Well, anyway, shall we go? I suppose we better, hadn't we, really? Yeah. But as far as doing my videos with the what have you, my little vlogs in the morning, which is what I do try to do when I'm feeling up for it. The drive alongside of it, I think that's going to be it's going to die a death, that is, I think, to be fair. Unless I'm given something different to do. But at the moment, it's going to be this backwards and forwards lark, I'm afraid. When I get an opportunity like this, I'll do it. But you know yourself, there's only so many times that you can do the same thing. For me, anyway. Right? I hate it. I hate repetitive crap. Right? Doing it again, you know, after about a month or two, fine. I can live with that. That's not a bother. But every day, whew, no. Nah. And that's what gets me down. Unfortunately, there's not really much I can do about it. I suppose the ultimate thing is to quit my job and find something different. But to be honest with you, the way I feel at the moment, I don't think I could drive again. To be honest with you. Yeah. It's just no longer enjoyable. And you know me, I love driving. I fucking love it. I love to drive. When you're seeing the same piece of road every single day, good grief. I don't know how people can actually do that. I don't mind it if I'm like, you know, having a bit of a variety and it's swapped around here and there, and then obviously it repeats again the following week. But I can't keep doing every single day. No. But unfortunately, that seems to be what I'm doing at the moment. And that's the reason why I don't bother with my little videos in the morning too much. Because it's just, well, I just haven't got the enthusiasm. Sometimes I do, like, as you know, but I feel like I'm being a bit of a Debbie Downer at the minute, but I'm only being honest. I mean, I can't, there's no point fucking bullshitting my way through it because there ain't no reason for that. I mean, if you want to be a lorry driver, you know, you might as well know the truth, hadn't you, really, that realistically it's not the fucking best job in the world. You might think it's all wonderful and great seeing these lovely trucks whizzing down the road, but really, the real reality of it all is that you get stuck in crap. You have to deal with morons every single day. When you get to destinations you can get pissed about, or you get delayed. Then you have your boss chewing your ear all off because you're obviously, you know, late. I mean, I don't, because of what I do. They expect me to be either hanging around or doing what have you. So at least I ain't got to worry about that too much. But that's me. But there's others out there that don't have that luxury. They're on the phone every 5 minutes. Where are you? What you doing? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And you've told them once that there's no lot. And I always look at it like this. Well, when something changes, I'll phone you. And then you have other companies that don't do that. You know what I mean? It's not all sunshine and roses, mate. I'll tell you that now. It fucking isn't. As many as the drivers that we need in the country to keep the country alive, but it's no, not something that I would recommend. Not a chance. And you're gonna have that one out there going, well, I have a good job, it's bloody lovely, my job is I get treated like I'm a fucking prince. I'm like, well, yeah, tough. Yeah, I'm an exception to the rule, that's what I'm gonna say. For every one that has a great fucking company to work for, think of the thousands that don't. I don't know. I think I might have to just become a fucking shelf stacker at Asda or something. I don't know. That'll do. I'll have that as a job. Or become a limousine driver. That might be more fun. What do you think? That can't be comfortable, can it? How can that, when you're riding a bike like that, be comfortable? It just doesn't work, does it? You know what I mean? It just doesn't work. How does that work? And the blood drain out your arms. When I was on my bike, you know, I went down there, this little junction here, and I took off towards Rudgley because it says 9 miles to Rudgley. And in all fairness, right, it's also HGV suitable, believe it or not, unless you're higher than 14'6". If you are higher than 14'6", well, actually, if you're 14'6" or higher, then you're stuffed. But other than that, it's perfectly fine. There ain't no restrictions. It's just that bridge. So if you're like, say, a 13-footer, you can get that way. It's well cool. I was quite impressed. But now I've got this thing on the back of me, so I have to go this way. It's a little bit longer, but I have. Whatever. It's not much fun these days, is it now, with the weather changing? It's really cold and shitty and cold and shitty, and it's still cold and shitty. You know what I mean? Seeing there, sneak. Is he being a sneak? Sneaking his little BMW and that behind that truck there, he's poking his eye, having a peek. He's been a sneak, isn't he? I wonder if his mate's named his little radar gun going, I wonder how fast he's going. Oh, hey, I was coming down here the other day. I think it was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday actually. I come down here and there was a cow loose on the road. The poor thing was being stressed out real, fucking scarping up and down the edge of the, I don't know how the thing had got out, but yeah. It was a sight to see, let's put it that way. I slowed down to see if I could catch anybody's attention here at the farm, but there was nobody about, so I couldn't. And if there was somewhere to pull over, I would have pulled over and given them a shout saying, you got a cow out, she's getting stressed. Fucking wobbling up and down there. And then I managed to find the steel gate. There's a bit of a cut into the gate, so she was standing there by the gate then. I'm thinking, oh dear me, moo cow in stress. Not good, not when there's like vehicles of this nature and cars with it and the thing panics and runs across the bloody road. You know what I mean? Can you imagine that? Oh, fuck me, it'd be fucking burgers for everybody. Fucking burgers and milk. Oh, life. Hey. But I think the cow has definitely been rescued because it's not there no more. Yes, it is a bit of a pain when animals do tend to wander loose on the old road because they've managed to find their way through somewhere. And it ain't like as though they're actually determined to find an escape route. They're just minding their own business and they're being inquisitive and they go, ooh, what's that? And they poke their head through and they go, ooh, that fit. You know what I mean? And then they just winkle the rest of themselves through whatever gap they've got, like, you know. It's, yeah. it's like me here now. Obviously, I've got this bloody great big red thing. There's a bunch of cows there, and the guys are there obviously watching. But me with this noise and whatever, it could potentially startle these animals. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful. Easy enough done, isn't it? But when you see like the likes of a horse that's like trotted its way down the fucking hard shoulder on one of the motorways somewhere, it's like my first thing's like, how the fuck? That's the first thing. And then or you have a sheep as well that ends up running up and down the hard shoulder. That's been before, like now. You just mind boggles how they manage to get through. But if there's a broken fence somewhere that's maybe weathered at one point, and that particular sheep or that particular horse has rubbed up against it and he's gone and it's fell over, and then they go, oh, can I have a walk through there? Because you can imagine he can't, you know what I mean? I can, it's just there in my head. It's like, you're brave, eh, dude? You've got telekinetic powers, haven't you? You can see beyond that fucking ridge. You brave bastard, you. But yeah, it does make you wonder. Yeah. Unreal. I mean, one of the best animals on the road that we've encountered, and it was one of our drivers on the M4, has got to be the picture that was actually put in the paper of the swan that landed on the M4 right in front of our truck. One of our trucks anyway. I mean, that was just like, wow. That was a wow moment, that was. But I think because it had been raining and the sun was out after it had rained, the tarmac was literally like a mirror. So I think the poor thing had mistaken it for water. That's the only thing I'll think of anyway. So yeah, and it does happen, I suppose. Oh yes, I've got a squeaky seat. I've got a squeaky seat. Squeak, squeak, squeak. The door panel was another pain in the arse in this particular truck. It was good. And you imagine that, right? When you sat at the junction. It gets a fucking annoying. Honestly, it's all of a sudden it turns into like a and it's right fucking there, like, you know. Oh, it's gotta go. So I wanged a bit of cack up it, some bit of stripper shit, like, and it seems to have cured it, like, you know. It's no more rattles, which is fun. Oh, it's lovely, that is, isn't it? But you still get the other ones though that you have to put up with, and you just can't alleviate. Hence the squeaky seat. And it's only squeaky because I'm driving down here. If you're on a reasonably straight road, it ain't too bad because I'm not doing too much bouncing around. Well, considering that yesterday was an absolute fucking atrocious day. I mean, it rained that much yesterday that it burst the lid off the one of the manhole covers, which must have been connected to the sewerage place, because I'm sure I've seen bog roll and a few feces fucking floating around in that lot. It was gushing out, it was unreal. So I find that rather weird because I didn't think they were connected. I thought they were, I was like, yeah, or whatever. I don't know if it was a separate entity. I know that most locations have now do that, don't they? They have rainwater in your house water that goes down the drain, that goes into a different place. Ours doesn't. I know that for a fact. Ours is not. But I don't know. I mean, somebody else will have to explain that fucker for me. But anyway, like I say, it was under the bridge on the A5 and it was just gushing out. Proper gushing out. and it stunk. Yes, it was a bit of a whiffer. Ugh, yes. Proper baby's nappy smell that was. Oh yes. Get a good nostril full of that. Good grief. It's not good. Is there a reason why you... yes, it does help if you put winkadires on to allow people to go, well, I think he stopped there. But today, look at it. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. Blue skies, freezing fucking cold, blue skies, freezing blue skies, wisps of cloud, but it's still freezing cold though. Don't like the cold. When I was younger, didn't bother me, but I don't like it now. No, my old bones do not like it at all. No, certainly not, because I am now getting closer towards that big 5-0, would you believe? I'm still a couple of years away, but it's getting too close for my fucking taste. I don't like it, no. I'm also getting fatter as well, which is another fucking reason why I get depressed. Oh, I can't win, no, not at all. You know, talking about can't win, I still haven't won the lottery yet. I keep trying. Do you? I know I do. Every fucking week it's the same thing. For fuck. Come on, at least give me summit. I mean, even if I won, like, say, enough to not only pay my mortgage, but at least then fix my house. So it'd have to be at least... Let's be serious here, shall we? I think I'd have to win at least 250 grand, possibly 3. Might even be 500,000. Yeah, we'll have 500. That would be enough then to pay the mortgage off and fix my house, because paying for the mortgage, yes, but to have my house fixed would probably cost twice as much. You think I'm kidding? Aye, honestly. Yeah. 70 grand to pay for my house, and it'd cost 140 to put the fucker right. Mental. Absolutely. But hey, whatever. Pull that down a bit, it's a bit fucking bright, that is. It's a bit of a bright one. Oh, here it comes. Oh, no. Oh, okay. The visor's caught it. That's cool. I've been having the old bash on the new Call of Duty, World War II. The gameplay's all right. At the moment it's still having its problems, which to me is a little bit on the redundant side, for the simple fact is that they've had fucking 3 years to mess with this shitty thing, like, you know what I mean? But hey, other than that, when you finally get on a game, which at the moment is taking anything from 5 to 15 minutes to try and get on a game, right? That's now bullshit. Last night, I turned it on, loaded it all up, selected multiplayer, and that was at 7:15. At 7:25, I'm still waiting to connect to a game. Wouldn't do it. So then I come out of that lobby, tried Team Deathmatch, wouldn't do that. Went back to the other one, wouldn't do that. Finally at 7:30, so 15 minutes had rocked on by, I managed to get a game of Team Deathmatch. Played that. I think I might have had 2 games of that, I think. Possibly. Then I went on to the Kill Confirm, because I like Kill Confirm, I prefer that one anyway. So I did that, and then it struggled to get onto a game with that, even though it was saying that there was loads at one point. Then it went down from like, I don't know, a dozen matches, potentials, and then down to like 5 or 6. Got on it, played, then it says something about unable to this, something about told listener server. And I'm scratching my head, what the fuck does that mean? And apparently, the listener server, it means that when you play the game, it's not an actual dedicated, that's the word I'm looking for, hard drive that runs everybody at one point. It's a little bit of software off everybody, but the host player, the one that's the main one, is the one that ends up with all the shit. And according to it, that no matter how you try it, if you're the host, you are going to lag. So you'll be the one that tends not to get anywhere with it. So the weaker your signal, the less likely of you being the host of the game, which means you'll be able to play better. I could try to make that as an excuse as the reason why I'm shit at playing the game, but I don't know. Can I get round in? Just about. And it turns out that I end up hosting most of the time, right? But if this is what they've been doing all along, and finally having this information that this listener type of server system that they use, no wonder my fucking kill to death ratio is shite. It's an excuse, I know, but I'm sticking to it. And if the host player who decides that's it, I'm fucked off again, a kill streak of being dead, or should I say a dead streak, and turns off, then everybody gets turned off. Because when they listed the pros and cons of this listener type of server, which is what the game runs on, the pros was like this long and the cons were like this long. So yeah, bad. And then 2017 that we're in now, you'd have thought that this wouldn't have been a thing, but apparently it costs less. So there you are, bit of information you may not have known. I surely didn't know it. I'm thinking that's a cop out there, isn't it? Anyway, I played it, and then at around about 8 o'clock I turned it off, which would be like what, 3 maybe 4 games I'd played in that time. Not good, is it? But I suppose eventually it'll get more and more, it'll get better, I hope. One thing I have noticed is when you join a lobby and there's the countdown clock on the top right hand corner, and it's counting down from like, I don't know, 30 odd seconds. It gets to around about 20 odd seconds and the clock disappears. I'm like, fuck. And I've had that happen a couple of times where the clock has disappeared and then nothing happens. And we're all sat there twiddling our thumbs, wondering what the fuck's going on. And then eventually the clock comes back on again then. I mean, I don't understand that, the reasoning behind that at all. That doesn't make sense. I mean, why take the clock off and put it back on again? Don't know. Whatever. Maybe they might fix that in a patch, which we're going to get. You know, I mean, we'll end up with a shitload of patches. You can see them coming, guy. You know, maybe like patch this, patch that, patch here, patch that. I'm thinking, you really need to be doing this with your length of time that you've had. Anyway, but the actual aesthetics of the game, for me personally, I mean, you may not agree, but I'm going to say it right now. It looks fantastic. There's no two ways about it. And most importantly, your feet are permanently planted on the floor, unless you want to like climb over something or jump off something, you know what I mean? But there ain't no fucking acrobats. Oh no, everybody's down on the ground. Oh yes, the way that fucking Call of Duty should be. Oh man, Black Ops 3 in Advanced Warfare bullshit. Well, a lot of crap that was. Fucking absolute shocking. But anyway, yeah. So it's made it a lot more fun, a lot more enjoyable when you get to play. I'm building up my guns at the moment. I think there's like 4 or 5, is there? There's a certain amount of you can choose, and you can rig them all up and you just get on with it, like, you know. And I've got the reticle sight, and I've got my grip. That's what I'm using on mine. You ain't got any of these fandangled shit that goes on there. I think you've got the possibility of getting better ammo, like a bit like an FMJ type of thing, but that's about as it. Nothing stupid. It's all authentic, if you like, in a sense. But another bit that I do like is the sound. The sounds of these guns and the stuff. It is brilliant. I mean, they have really gone to town with the effects on these things. It's absolutely incredible. And if you go into the that little, what would you call it? Is it like a waiting point where you can have a walk around, and there's a theatre, and there's you get your commands from there. You can do all this and that, and you can also what they call commend a soldier as well. You need to have your mates in that area to go and do that, or else it won't work. But yeah, if you go into the cinema part, you can see the makings of it and a bit of commentary and stuff like that. And that's where I went and had a look at that, and it was really fascinating. And how they've created all this stuff. Brilliant. I just hope they iron out all the bugs soon. That's all I want. So you just get on it, turn it on and play. Also as well, right, which another thing that I found rather cool, is when you join the lobby and we're all there waiting and watching the clock count down, and they're all there, either standing or sitting on something. Now that is really cool. That is a very good idea, that is. I like that bit. Because you can see everybody then, can't you? There's nothing that they can hide when they're changing their stuff and whatever. It doesn't matter because you're all there. And I like that. That's a cracking idea, that is. I think if you think they did Modern Warfare like that, that would have been proper cool. That would have been. Anyway, but yeah. So far, when I do finally get to play, it is frustrating when obviously you end up with server down, try again later. I'm like, fuck, already? I've just this second tried the damn thing. And they give you an error code saying, no, don't want to play today. Fuck. And obviously, what annoys me is that out there somewhere, there's people playing on it, and they're clocking up their rank, and there's me, I'm sat there still at freaking 20 odd. I'm like, fuck. That's nothing to do with the fact that I'm a shit player. So, yeah. It's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. But it is fun though. Yeah. It's just that there's none of that crazy shit. Nothing stupid. And there's no nukes involved. You know, there's nothing that's going to do a ridiculous wipe their fucking map out. You know, it's none of that rubbish. And I hope this is a trend for the next one that comes as well, which will be an interesting. I wonder if they're going to do anything like do a remaster of Modern Warfare 2. I wish they would. Another a remastered of World at War. Now that's another one that I'd love to see come back. You might think I'm a bit sad, but I also wouldn't mind to see another Ghosts. I like Ghosts. I do. I like it. They could do like a Ghost 2. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, they're doing World War II. I mean, they could even do a Vietnam one. I mean, is that worthwhile? Oh, I don't know. But as long as it keeps the fucking boots on the ground, there ain't no boinging around like frigging Zebedee on steroids, I don't care. Yeah, I just don't give a shit. Oh shit, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. It's nice to be able to put the game on and actually enjoy playing it and having that thrill again, sort of thing, where you don't mind. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like playing Modern Warfare, the remastered and the original. I do play the Infinity War, but not that often, and I'll probably play it for a bit and then I'll get fed up with it and get bored, because it annoys me, that jumping around crap. It just gets on my tits. Black Ops 3, I think I've played that a handful of times and I just, no, I'm like, yeah, can't be arsed that one. The Advanced Warfare, that's just ridiculous. But all the other ones, Modern Warfare 1, 2 and 3, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're alright. World at War, perfectly fine. I mean, how about doing would they be able to do a remastered version of the very first COD? I wonder if that would be possible. I don't know. Because don't forget, Modern Warfare was number 4, if you think about it. It was, wasn't it? So there was a 1, 2 and 3 before all that. Yeah. I don't really know what other kind of scenarios they could pick. I mean, we have got a few wars, obviously, but I can't stop yawning now. Fucking hell. But I don't know what you could do. Yeah, well. Ah, well, not to worry. It is a nice day today, isn't it? I likes the sunshine. Don't like the cold, but I likes the sunshine. Anybody still watching Star Trek? Is it any good? Are you still enjoying it? Do you think it's worth it? I do. Without a doubt. I'm having fun with that one. But also, Stranger Things 2. I actually bought the soundtrack for Stranger Things 2. Got that. So I got both of them now. I got the first one and the second one. The first one was more of the score, whereas this one is all the music that's played, all the 80s stuff. It's quite amusing. Yes, very. I watched them all the episodes that they've got so far, which is up to number 9, back to back all the way through. And I'm waiting here for episode 10, which I think is the last one anyway, I think. So, yeah. Very cool indeed. There is one thing though that's just popped in my head actually about Stranger Things, is that even though there's this place where doctors and scientists are, and they're doing all this, well they were, doing all these experiments, there's not really been any kind of clue yet as to actually how they discovered it or found it or created this upside down in the first place. It's there, but how did they get to it? How did they find it? How did they create it? You know what I mean? I'm just wondering. I mean, if they have, let me know, because I can't remember. I don't think they did. We know it's there, we know it exists, but we don't know how it's been, created. Yeah. I suppose that might be then season 3, you never know. But I hope so anyway, because it's a cracking show, it really is. Oh look, Heads Ned's food, I suppose you can call this. Still haven't got a car yet, a new one. Still got my Heineken, but I haven't got a new one yet. Or should I say, a new old one, because I've got to strategically find the right one that's going to last me for the last. That's it. I cannot do it anymore. That'll be the last car I ever have. For the simple fact of the matter is that by the time my licence runs out, I'd have spent a year without having a car anyway, because we ain't having diesel or petrol anymore. It'll all be electric stuff. I think I got a funny feeling that they want the driving like the Minority Report, I do, where it's all self-driven shit. Which, to be honest with you, with the way people drive today, that wouldn't be a bad idea, because they're shit. No two ways about it. They are fucking shit. That crap. There's no excuse for it, but they are crap. Take it away from them, because they just don't deserve the fucking privilege. Serve them right. But just think like this though, right? If this sort of scenario that they're planning on doing, I can't see it happening, but if it did, right, you imagine this, right, in the year 2050, if the end of petrol and diesel vehicles did happen in 2040 like they reckon it is, or they want it to anyway, in 2050 there'll be people out there who will have not driven a diesel or petrol car for 10 years, and there'll be kids that have been born who won't even know what petrol or diesel cars are. Think of that. And then obviously another 10 years on top of that, it'll be even more of a ghost of the past, like, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, I won't be here, which I find fucking an absolute drag. I am hoping that they find the everlasting pill before that happens, because I know that I heard some research, right? It was about gene therapy, right? And a lot of people out there were going, no, what the fucking know that shit, no, you can't do that. Which you tend to get the mumpies out there anyway that do that shit, don't they? But the thing is, right, according to it, the humpback whale, right, I think it's the humpback whale, or at least one of the whale species. There's one of them that lives for like 200 odd years, right? It's a real fucking lifespan, that is, when you think about it, isn't it? And according to, because they've now mapped the genome, right, of this whale, and they can now find out which genes are responsible, which part of the genome is responsible even, for, get this, repairing gene damage, right? Yeah, that's a thing, folks. Repairing gene damage. And that's the reason why that these animals can last as long as they do, because their DNA and their genome, all that crap, is able to repair itself, right? Whereas us, we can't. No. But if we can tweak it just enough, just imagine being alive for 200 plus years. Ah, sign me up. Right, I've got a spot right there on my left cheek. Jab the shit in there. Go for it. I will be there, first in the queue. Without a doubt. Because when you think of it like this, right, I am 46 years of age, but my body feels more like 96 the way it's performing. My fingers, my wrists, my elbows and my shoulders are fucking constantly in pain, right? I get my joints between like the inside of my knuckles here, not the front there, but there. I've only got to touch them wrong and they bruise, and it's fucking frustrating. It really is annoying. The lower part of my back hurts where I'm sitting now on this fucking chair. My ass, the top of my ass is starting to go numb. You know what I mean? I can't win. You know what I mean? I just can't fucking win. Every time I do something, it's like, oh, fuck me. And I feel it like a days later. Like, that's no fucking good to anybody. I know I should be much more active and what have you, but, yeah. It's fine at the time, as soft as it sounds. Because when I want to do other things, I mean, don't get me wrong, right? If I won the lottery, right, I'll tell you this now, if I won the lottery, because I'd end up with at least 12 hours to myself, because I haven't got to work, oh, I'd have plenty of time then to go out for a little walk around the street somewhere, and then it'd build up to maybe doing a bit of a jog around there, or go to the gym, because I'd have time to. I can hear you now. I can fucking hear you. I'm not listening. I ain't. I'm taking a notice. I can find time to do it, so if I can do it, you can. I'm glad you fucking can. You ain't me. Because I look at it like this: if I'm having to do running and all that kind of rubbish for an hour, whatever, I don't know. Well then, that means that's an hour that I ain't doing shit that I want to actually do. Do you know what I mean? And that's the reason why, if I had the time that I didn't, yeah, then I could. There's logic there somewhere. You'll find it if you look hard enough. But anyway. Yeah, so the older I get, the more useless I start to feel, right? And I can't do stuff that I should realistically be able to do, but I've got a funny feeling that maybe this arthritis lark is a bit, bit more advanced than what I'd like to admit, you know what I mean? Maybe my kidneys might be on the way out. I can't see it, mind you, because of the crap that I do fucking shovel down my throat, and I'm still standing AI, so, you know what I mean? I'm not pissing tar, so, yeah, obviously it must still be working alright, so, come on Mr. Van Driver, will you hurry up and shift at the fucking road? Thank you! But hey, It's getting warm in this cab now. This sun, windscreen, magnifying greenhouse. It's getting rather toasty. It's getting rather toasty in here. Then I'm going to step outside and freeze me nuts off. So I'm not that bothered about getting old. It's just the fact that I can't do shit. The older you get, the less you can do. That's the bit that pisses me off. I can get old with the best of them, as long as I can still be fucking usable. You know what I mean? I'll still work. You know what I mean? My bones and my joints still do their thing. I'm fine then. I can live with that. Great, happy days. I don't like the idea of getting wrinkly, mind you, and my saggy skin. And I mean, I'd rather not have that. But that's part and parcel of the package, ain't it? You know what I mean? Because the older you get, the more the skin gets worn out. It's rubbish, Aid. Absolute fucking rubbish. But unfortunately, the way I feel at the moment, with the fact that I keep on wishing for Friday to turn up, I'm wishing my life away. Every Monday I'm going, fuck, I wish Friday was here. It's another week gone. I mean, poof. It's Wednesday now. I mean, poof, there it goes. Poof, there's another week. Poof, there's another week. Before you know it, the month's gone. Then it's another year disappears. What have you achieved? Let me see. Not a fucking lot. I've probably ate me weight in fucking chocolate, mind you, but other than that, not a fucking fat lot at all. Oh, and also cheesecake. Yes, cheesecake's a thing. I know, there's nothing wrong with cheesecake. The cheesecake's fine, I love it. It's just that I keep eating too much of the fucking thing. I don't know, it's just one of those things, ain't it? I've got this taste for it now and I can't get rid of it. I do end up having a break off chocolate. I can do that, but not for very long, mind you. There must be something in there that's like a bit like an addiction. It's a bit like crack cocaine. Once you've had it, you can't stop. You're fucked. I don't know. Oh, we're nearly here. That didn't take long, did it? Didn't take long at all. What's the drive time I got? Boo! I've got about an hour left. I'm trying to think. I can probably do it, I suppose. I'd end up having to have half an hour at Tesco's. Time is it? 12 o'clock. I might as well just have half an hour here and I can stuff it. Start afresh. I've already had half an hour, you see, so I just need another half and we'll be done. We be jamming. Ooh. There's a forklift truck. What are you waiting for? Oh no, it's being fixed. Right then, that's it then. I'm done. Might as well go. See you later. Toodle pip and all that. I hope you enjoyed me whinging and moaning and pissing and farting. Right then. See you later. Ta-da then. Bye. Go on then. Off you pop. Pop! Poppity poppins. I said that for a while, have I?